Hello there guys and welcome to the stream. We are jumping right in here today because I was a little bit unorganized this morning and I ended up messing up my schedule a little bit. I thought for some reason I had it in my head that these games were starting at 15 GMT. So I was just like having a shower, chilling out. I get out the shower and then I look at my PC and I'm like, oh shit. The lobby's already up and the game's already launched. So I'm sitting here, half dressed right now, fresh out the shower, trying to recover here. Fortunately, I did make it just in the nick of time to catch the very first game between Argentina A and Vietnam A. We aren't going to miss a thing, but I might have to have a quick break between matches to go and put some clothes on because I'm such a pro streamer, you know. So anyway, it's going to be, I don't know, a fairly chill stream today, I hope. I'm feeling pretty tired after yesterday, and I kind of want to save my energy a little bit as well, due to Brazil A versus Brazil B later on this evening. So I'm going to be streaming this set of games right now, which is a best of 7, and then I'll be following up later with another best of 7 between Brazil A and Brazil B. Jaden wants the face cam. We'll see, Jaden. Maybe after I put some clothes on, we can put the face cam on. It's all good. But yeah, Argentina A here. Going to be fielding a very strong team. That team is going to be Nikov, FedEx, Juan, and Monos. And Argentina A, strong contenders here in this match. Obviously, they are also against some very strong opponents. Vietnam A, backed ACCM, Cool, and Say My Name. Say my name, say my name. But this is going to be a best of 7 series, but this is a very important set for both of these teams because the loser of this best of 7 will be knocked out and pushed down out of the event. The winner will go on, but they will be in the lower bracket. Both of these teams in the lower bracket here, one match away from elimination, one match away from being knocked out and unable to attend the China LAN. So, as I say, important matches for both teams here today. And we're starting things off with a typical Arabia, one of the bread and butter maps of this game, an absolute classic. And we're going to see some different civs to yesterday. For whatever reason, yesterday we saw Mayans and Mongols. And it seems so strange because I'm pretty sure Mayans and Mongols are supposed to be banned for this match. But I don't know, man. Last time we had Finland versus China Frantic. They were playing Mayans and Mongols in game 1. Well, this time there's no Mayans and Mongols. This time we're going to have the Aztecs and the Chinese. Let's go around, introduce the players then. Let's see where the teams are set. Down to the west of the map, southwest in the teal, we have FedEx. He's on the as the Chinese here on the flank for the Argentina A team. In the pocket position in the blue, we have Nikov playing as the Huns. In the second pocket for the Argentinian team, we have Juan playing as the Spanish in the yellow. And on the right-hand flank in the red, we've got Monos playing as the Aztecs here in the red. That's the Argentinian A team. They're down towards the south of the map. And I would say, looking at this, FedEx is a little far away from his flank, Say My Name. Could be good for him as the Chinese player. As on the opposite side of the map, to the northwest in the grey, we've got Say My Name playing as the Huns. The pocket position in the purple, we've got ACCM playing as the Spanish. Second pocket, we've got backed in the orange, playing as the Aztecs. And on that right flank in the green, we've got Cool playing as the Chinese. So that's the Vietnam A team up to the north of the map here. Now, we were actually supposed to be playing the Vietnam D team today. My team, the UKC team, supposed to be taking on Vietnam D this morning. And I woke up for that and rushed out of bed to play these games. And they turned up and said, oh, we can't play. We're going to give you an admin win. So I actually didn't play any Nations Cup this morning when we were supposed to. Instead, I went back to bed and missed the start of this game nearly. Pretty bad stuff. But Yeah, hopefully there's no problem with the email going out on the stream today. I had a real trouble. I was a bit delayed as well because I was trying to start OBS and start the stream, and OBS wouldn't connect to Twitch, and I was having trouble dropping 100% frames, and I'm wondering if that might have scuppered things up a bit, but we'll recover, hopefully, as the stream goes by. So on the right flank, the VNSA team have Chinese here versus Monos' Aztecs. Aztecs versus Chinese. That is a matchup which is going to be good for the Aztecs in the early game. We should be seeing Monos going for a drush, but saying that, he doesn't quite have the wood yet to put down a barracks. So maybe a little bit late sending that 4th villager over to the wood line. But Monos here will want to get a barracks up and probably go for the typical 5 militia, put the pressure onto the Chinese player from the get-go. You can see that Cool has already started to wall this a little bit, preparing, of course, for that infamous Aztec drush. On the left side, FedEx playing as the Chinese. He's versus the Huns over here. It's a little bit of a different situation. Obviously, Chinese versus Huns. I think you'd rather be against the Huns as the Chinese player. It all depends on the map, I guess. The map can be very influential, and fortunately for Cool on this right flank, his map's okay, but look how quickly he's coming in to wall this, way before Monos can threaten a drush, and Monos is throwing the barracks down in about 8 minutes and 15 seconds, so it doesn't look like Monos is looking for that big drush anyway, and he will indeed just go for the fast feudal, maybe kind of throwing Cool a curveball, the green player a curveball. Cool's trying to push his deer, but Monos has already successfully pushed 2 in, and he's on the way up now to the feudal age, one of the fastest players. In fact, he is the fastest player to go up to feudal. Second fastest player to feudal will be Say My Name, aka Yellow, I believe, here as the Huns on this left flank. And at the moment, I'm expecting him to go straight into scouts. I do notice here he does have 3 boars under the town center, so it's not going to be any shortage of food for the grey player here. He is actually on gold though, actually. I did think for a second, hang on a minute, what's going on? He did build the barracks quite early, and he's actually going to go for the man-at-arms play by the looks of things. I didn't notice he was on the gold to the north. His main gold to the south is not being taken right now. Might be thinking, hang on a minute, why would he not take his main gold? You know, it's not that far from the TC. Well, for Say My Name, he's got a very open map, and his wood line is very far away from his TC. So he's decided to take the gold here so that he only has to really focus on protecting one main area of his base, rather than having his villagers split into 2 locations, making his opponent, or giving his opponent more angles to attack. So Say My Name is pushing out here as FedEx goes up to the feudal age, but Say My Name's going to be up in a good time. He's going to have that men-at-arms upgrade coming in very quickly, and we're going to see him pressuring FedEx's wood line. I'm really surprised to see that FedEx didn't even attempt to wall this in the slightest. FedEx, what is going on? This is a little messy for him, as Say My Name is going to come in and take this hill bonus as well as the men-at-arms upgrade completes. For those of you wondering, FedEx, actually a grandmaster, a chess grandmaster. This guy is a fantastic chess player. A little bit of trivia for you guys right there. But Say My Name, taking a little bit of arrow fire from the TC, but disrupting FedEx's wood line, pushing FedEx off the gold. You'd think a chess grandmaster may have the foresight to wall his map, but no. He has been disrupted heavily, and his eco is in tatters thanks to these 3 men-at-arms. FedEx hasn't scouted that much of Say My Name, but he did see the barracks, so he should have seen this coming. You've got to be thinking many moves ahead, Mr. FedEx, in this one. Rushing up the stable now with 6 vills, desperately trying to get some villagers out, and Say My Name's just coming in to look for more angles of aggression. He's already achieved the goal of this drush. He's thrown many spanners in the works of FedEx here, and he might just find a villager. FedEx, what is this? What are you doing? FedEx, please. He will lose his scout, but Say My Name will lose his scout, but just throwing a villager away for free. Bringing out another scout now. Nikov's coming over, the ally of FedEx here, to help out a little bit. But, oh, that was messy. That didn't need to happen. And FedEx now set back quite a ways. He is 2 villagers behind everybody else in the game. The current villager leader is backed. He's going for a very late feudal time. In fact, he is going to be incredibly late up to feudal, but he is going up with 32 villagers for backed. So he's going for this huge Dark Age, walling up like crazy, meeting up with Cool to get the team wall going. But rather unusually, going up with 32 vills. Is this going to be some really fast Imperial time for backed? I mean, what's the plan here for him? He'll obviously fast castle off the back of this. I don't know if maybe he just had a bit of an awkward start, but right now, you know, I'm seeing 3 vills on the berries. I'm seeing a lot of farms down. Backed doesn't have the best gold situation, but he's taking the deer at the back as well. He's being quite greedy, I feel. And maybe Cool is confident that he won't need help too soon. And backed will be able to take advantage of that by booming up more heavily. So backed is not even up to the feudal age yet, while all of the other 3 pockets are all clicked up to castle. That's ACCM, that's Nikov and Juan. They're all up to the castle age, and backed hasn't even reached feudal yet. So much, much later in comparison, but I think there's a trick up the sleeve here. Obviously, the main goal of the Aztec player is get to the Imperial Age quickly and start spamming as many Eagle Warriors as you can. And for backed here, you know, he's not much help in the Castle Age anyway. He doesn't have access to Knights. He can't just help his teammates out as quickly as he'd like. And so it's going to be a quick boom into a quick Eagle Warrior rush. And for the Vietnamese team now, I think they've just got to hold the Argentinians off, and they're doing just that already. They're already getting aggressive on the left flank, keeping them busy out here. And you're kidding me? FedEx gonna lose another villager for free. ACCM will lose his scout, but oh my goodness. FedEx not having an ideal game here on the flank. He's 3 vills behind his allies' flank. ACCM's down, not got the most villagers right now, but he is going a fast castle, so obviously his TC is busy upgrading to the next age rather than creating villagers. But as a flank player, FedEx is falling behind here by quite a way. Fortunately, he's walled up now, but he has been forced to build a tower on his gold. Not ideal either. That's going to, first of all, block the gold, but secondly, it's going to mean he has to gather stone if he wants to build a second TC. So I feel like the Argentinians are already on the back foot, but what is backed? That explains a lot. Backed doing a 5 militia rush from the pocket. Okay, backed. Whatever floats your boat as he comes around the back of Juan's base. Juan, very defensive here, going to have no problem defending, but this feels very wasteful from backed. Is he really going to be able to do much with 5 militia here? Yellow player, the blue player, they're already in the castle age. There's already knights on the field. These militia are toast. Goodness me. Hey Naomi, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Might stay around a bit today. Say hi to Naomi, everyone. She didn't quite make the golden grill, but she tried. Back to it. It's going to loop round. These militia, I mean, they're good for scouting right now. That's about it. So there's really nothing he can achieve with that. ACCM's coming in with the knights, but this is a big problem for the Vietnamese team. It's going to be 2 stables from Juan, 2 stables from Nikov. That's 4 stables for the Argentinian team producing knights right now. And only 1 player making knights for the Vietnamese. 2 stables versus 4. Obviously, the knight production is going to be much higher for the Argentinians. They're obviously going to be able to take the advantage back and push this back. And backed is now in the castle age finally. But what is he going to do? He's probably just going to build more TCs, I imagine. Oh no, he's not. He is indeed doing crossbow, this is why you don't really want your Aztec in the pocket, really. Going crossbows is not so good. Uh-oh. FedEx losing more vills again on the wood line over here. Cannon fodder for Say My Name's Archers. But yeah, obviously going crossbows from the pocket is not ideal. You want a knight civ in the pocket. Knights are a lot faster. Crossbows, they take time to get across the map. They're slow. You can't react as quickly. The knights give you the runaround. And so, yeah, in this case, it's going to be tough for the Vietnamese team on this right flank, I feel. But on the left side, they're still doing a lot of damage. FedEx is re-walling behind this, losing access to his wood line again, losing access to his second gold pile. Losing potentially more and more villagers. Oh, he's in trouble, man. He's still in the feudal age. And say my name's still feudal as well, but the right flank for the Vietnamese team is up to castle now. Cool, the Chinese player, is playing it cool. He's up to castle. He's got knights coming out as well. Mono's still on the way up to the castle age, still in the feudal age for now. The Argentinians are falling behind big time right here, as we do end up having cool, the flank player managing to get up to the castle age very quickly, getting some knights out of his own. So it will actually end up being 4 stables for the Vietnamese team, and 4 for the Argentinian team. Mono's now being breached by some knights and being chased down. Fat and Moist go into the gym in the quest to just be moist and not fat. Well, Fat and Moist, go ham, go work up a sweat, get extra moist, and you might just lose some of the fat. But we'll catch you later. We'll catch you later. Backed up to 3 TCs now, and I got team colors. I like team colors as well, just to see what's going on. But yeah, FedEx just holding back, holding back. He can't really do much. He's just got to hold them out for the time being, really. And it's going to be tough. We're going to have crossbows coming in for Say My Name in just a moment. He's going to be able to outrange these archers, which means FedEx can't even do chip damage from behind his wall. On the right side, hill bonus for Cool here, chasing down the archers of Monos. Monos has just hit the castle age. Crossbow and bodkin arrow are coming in, but how many archers is he going to lose in the meantime? This is the perfect time to strike. Take down those red archers before they get the upgrades. You've got backed on the hill his hero militia coming into fight as well. They want a piece of the action. Hey, if these crossbows can do it, so can we, say the militia here. I do 4 damage a hit. 2 damage after you take the knight's armor away. Only need to hit the knight 50 times to take it down. No problem, as the militia have backed. As these guys hold a very forward position outside of the Argentinians' team's base. And oh no, there is a hole. I believe it's between this stable and this barracks. Nikov gonna be breached and going to find himself in a lot of trouble as these crossbows sit on this hill. This is very reminiscent of yesterday's game 1, where VV left a hole in his wall and it had a hill right just like this, and they split them down the middle. So ACCM and Say My Name holding on to that hill there and going to use that to their advantage, as FedEx just needs time now. He's on the way up to the castle age, but they can't fight. They cannot fight this until FedEx gets to castle and gets himself the crossbow upgrade. And Say My Name, ACCM, not doing as much damage as I thought, but they are reinforcing this. They're going to find some vills here on the gold, and that's awkward for Nikov now. Nikov's pushed entirely off of gold. He's trying to take gold on the left side, but this is terrible because he's trying to make monks to counter the knights. Finally, though, FedEx will make it to the castle age. Thumb rings coming in, bodkin arrows coming in, crossbows coming in. He's going to have some good archers here in a moment, but it's taken them way too long. Juan's starting to mass a good number of knights here. Bloodlines is done for him, but he's still behind in upgrades compared to Cool. The Vietnamese flank player here doing a really good job for his team. And where is backed right now? I mean, I'm not seeing a huge amount out of backed. He's got a few crossbows on the right side, but it seems like backed is holding backed. Waiting, of course, for that Imperial Age upgrade to come through. Meanwhile, Say My Name's going to hold on to this hill. ACCM fighting here with the knights as well. Both ACCM and Nikov equal upgrades, but ACCM's going to come out on top. Why is that? Well, there's a hill bonus for these guys. Nikov's going to lose knights as they come out of the stables here. This is a horrible position. This is so much damage coming through. The Vietnamese team look to be on a roll here, look to be unstoppable here in game number 1. Backed, still got those hero militia alive. They're surely going to go down now, though. There's one down. There's the second one. Bye-bye. You kept them alive in 27 minutes of game time. That's not bad at all. And right now, Cool. Cool and Backed here, finding their way through the front line of the Argentinians once again. So this is two sides now, left side and right side, where the Argentinians just cannot hold a sort of defensive line. Back's running through with the crossbows, killing vills in Juan's farms. You've got another split push here because Cool's coming in on the front as well, and Monos is just like, what am I gonna do now? The problem for Monos as well is that, you know, crossbows, like I said before, if you're playing reactionary with the crossbows and you're always chasing your enemies down, the crossbows are never gonna catch up. By the time they catch up, Cool just runs away again. And Backed and Cool, they'll throw away this army, but look at this. Cool's once again in the eco of Monos here on the right side. Looking for more angles, looking for more kills. Mono's going to get some conversions, but this is just a distraction tactic. And now Monos has to walk all of his crossbows back across the map in order to defend his base. Knights, the maneuverability of the Knights, so valuable. And if you're the team, if you're the aggressor in these fights and you're making the crossbow players chase you, well, that's just fantastic. So, amazingly though, if you look at the villager counts, Juan and Nikov are still quite high, but look at this. FedEx on 45 vills, Monos on 35. Both of the flanks for the Vietnamese team have over 75 vills, so they're way ahead in villagers. Both of the flanks of Vietnam have double the villagers of Monos here, the red player. They're 20-30 vills ahead of FedEx, the teal player. And you just wait. Backed right now. Backed is about to click up to the Imperial Age. He's 70 gold away. And this is perfect for the Vietnamese team. The holes in the defenses of the Argentinian team are just everywhere. Their whole sort of team wall thing is no more. Nikov's lost both of his stables to ACCM's Knights. This is a gaping hole in their front line. And indeed, Bidir, this is very similar to yesterday's game 1, but with one crucial difference. Yesterday, China Frantic bounced back. This time, it's total domination on both flanks, as Backed will go to the Imperial Age, and you can bet he will send a lot of eagles into this area right here on the left flank, or maybe even just here on the right flank. It's so wide open. He's got so many options, so many angles of attack. Obviously, Backed doesn't have the most crossbows here on this right side, so Monos and Juan are going to start to push this a little bit. Cool is a little bit at risk with this TC. Juan's going to run underneath, looking to kill the monks off. There's only 2 monks, so he shouldn't just back away. He should just commit. That's okay. Doesn't really get too many conversions either. Back's going to sit behind. And this TC is in a little bit of danger. But that's okay. The Vietnamese team are okay with that. The Vietnamese team don't care about that. They're like, okay, well, okay, we can sacrifice Cool's TC. That's no problem. We can hold them off a little bit with some camels. We can use the TC to sort of do a little bit of bonus damage. But they don't care if they lose this. Because as soon as Backed gets to the Imperial Age, we're going to have a lot of spam coming up from him. And that spam is going to be the end of Team Argentina. I can feel it. Not only that, but I mean ACCM on this left side. What a beast. +2/+2. Big boom going on at home. He's on the way up to the Imperial Age as well. And just to give you an idea of how far ahead the Vietnamese team are right now, 3 out of the 4 Vietnamese players are on the way to the Imperial Age. And not a single player from Argentina has clicked up. This has been an absolute steamroll. This looks decisive. Monos and Juan still trying to push on this right side, but they know it's already done. The Pact won't even reach the Imperial Age. They're calling it right there after 34 minutes of ACCCM, and Say My Name, just holding this hill. Just sitting here on this hill. And FedEx, Nikov, unable to hold this off. Juan and Monos starting to get a little bit of a push going on the right side. But not a good start for the Argentinian A team. Vietnam made that look easy. And that is a quick point on the board for those guys right there. 1-0 to Vietnam after game number 1. And that was definitely a little bit of a roll. I think that Vietnam saw the opening. You know, they saw the hole in the wall and they were like, yep, we're pushing it. We're going for it. And indeed they did. They took the advantage there and they killed it, man. They killed it.